Good morning. It's let's see, 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. Absolutely a beautiful day down here in South Florida. I know it's going to pan out to be a beautiful day across most of Florida today. The waves yesterday were phenomenal down here. I thought they were a lot of fun down here. Clean offshore. Got a lot of punch to them, and I talked to a friend up in Floridana Beach there, and he said it was the biggest day he's seen since he's been living up there, and he's been up there for, I believe, about 6 years or so. So he said it was big. He said it was way over double overhead, and he said actually the T word, the triple overhead. So I don't know if he got pictures for me, but I believe it. Those buoys yesterday were cranking out at 20 feet, 120 miles, and then 20 miles off the beach, off the coast. That energy was making it in all the way, and obviously in some areas. Today there's still some waves breaking from Coconino, I'd say from Sebastian north. There's some rideable waves even into the Treasure Coast, but it looks like Cocoa Beach up, they still have some shoulder-to-head high surf. Winds are pretty favorable up there as well. Should be a really good day up there for them. I want to talk about, I want to talk about Ike and its present position and also suspected track. I'm hoping that it holds the track, because it holds the line towards Cuba, and then pan off to the north and northwest as it gets underneath us and then goes out towards the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be one of those things where if it makes the turn too early, we're going to be sort of screwed on this one. I think it's going to be a monster of a storm. They're saying it's going to be a 4 by the time it hits Cuba, grazes Cuba, and then heads to the northwest. I don't know. I think you got to watch this thing in a serious manner, and you might have to think about making some preparations this weekend. If anything, I would get yourself ready for a possible strike. Assume that you're going to get hit, and just prepare for the worst. So, clear out whatever you got. I'm going to be clearing out my little safe room here that we have at the house. Shutters, I'm going to think about putting those up maybe Monday sometime. And then I guess just keep track of all the people that you need to take care of to help out or whatever you need. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys about Ike and its waves. On the outside buoys of off the Bahamas, last night it was already picking up Ike swell, which was pretty prevalent from the readings. It was reading out from 14 to 16 seconds, and we're ranging from, I believe, 8 to 10 feet. So that swell is on the way. Now the question is, when is it going to get here? Figure about 600 miles per day. It was about 700, 800 miles away. So I would suspect that maybe by tomorrow morning you'll see some of the energy, possibly in South Florida, at those areas where whether that swell might make it in. The central and north coast should get it. The north coast for sure. Central might be blocked a little bit by the islands, but you'll see it on the buoys. If you see those buoys pick up from, say, 10 feet from where they're at now, bounce up to 14 or 16 seconds, there's a good chance that we're going to be seeing that wave roll in here pretty quickly. So check it. You guys up there right now, they're surfing the remains of Hannah. Get it today. It's going to fade quickly, but the Ike swell is on its way. Hopefully the wind conditions will be good. Hopefully Ike won't hit us. Obviously, as Ike approaches us from the southeast, our wind conditions will get worse. But prior to that, as those waves come in and our wind conditions are good, I would get it as quick as possible. Obviously, get your chores done and get all the things you have to get done first. But it could be good. So I would check it. All I can say, the surf yesterday was fun. Saw a couple guys out where I surf locally, and they said they had some really great rides, and I believe that a lot of that energy was just it was, it was short-lived down here, down in the south, but it was every bit worth it. And this morning it's actually sort of cool. It looks like it sucked down some of that cold air that was in the middle of up in the mid-Atlantic states. And it's probably about 70. Let's see, I'd say about 70, about what, 71 degrees or so. Beautiful, and the humidity is low too. So enjoy this day. Enjoy Saturday, because tomorrow could be a busy day for you. Monday might be, pandemonium. Maybe not. Let's hope for the best. All I know is that, when it's sort of like that little game back, at the carnivals where you're throwing, baseball to try and, knock the four pins down. If you use a big ball, you're gonna have a better chance of hitting something. So that's what I'm thinking with this storm. These aren't just pinpoint things. These are just huge masses of energy that it might hit Cuba. It might you might go through the Straits of Florida. But all I know is that the winds to the north of that storm are going to be relatively strong. Miami will probably see definitely some hurricane force winds. And then up towards the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast, you'll see probably some tropical storm force winds. But that's if it takes that course. If it decides to hit Miami, I'd say we're only 40 miles from that area. We're gonna get where I am at least, we're gonna get walloped with real strong winds. I would say probably between 70 and 90 mile an hour winds, and that's not so good. So enjoy today, because it is beautiful. Go out surfing if you can. I feel bad for my buddy Johnny. I think he might be out surfing this morning. He missed it yesterday because he's suspecting he's getting he has twins on the way. So he did the right thing yesterday and stayed home with his wife. So that was good of him. But I know he was a little upset. But he's got one hell of a ride ahead of him. So that's the way that is. But shout out to you, Johnny. I'll talk to you later, and I will keep you posted on Ike. It's a big storm, so I'll keep you posted, my friends. See ya.